kind of a gem within a larger concrete matrix that is Athens and University of Georgia. But this piece of daylit stream is that anomaly, somehow escaped development for decades upon decades. So in that sense, it's very special, but a lot of times these spaces are overgrown and quickly forgotten about. And because they're surrendered to the forces of nature, they're kind of viewed as an eyesore, sometimes even unsafe and unsightly. So very quickly, the community, both on campus and next door, has abandoned the creek and has no real healthy relationship with it. So with the goats, the idea is to kind of reconnect them to the place. These goats have become kind of four-legged agents of engagement. Junior is the leader of the herd, of the Tanyard Creek Chew Crew, which is a modest herd of goats here on Tanyard Creek, working to clean up the invasives that you can't see behind me because the goats have done such a good job. But before they got here, this place was overgrown and impenetrable and kind of an eyesore. But when Junior and the goats came, immediately the creek started attracting attention, as well as being transformed by quadruped and biped help. The goats attracted a lot of volunteers, both volunteers and just curious passersby. So the project, while it was conceived as an idea to restore the creek, it's also become a study on how goats or prescribed grazing of livestock in an urban setting might also be a way to reach out to the community and foster a sense of stewardship or a sense of place between people and their landscape. Yeah, we're right here at the corner of Baxter and Lumpkin, right next to the Whole Street parking deck, which is right in the thick of the University of Georgia. And having these goats so visible in such a dense part of Athens was part of the project's proposal, so that it'd be inevitable to, attract attention like this. So the project has been around for 2 Earth Days, and both times we've set up a temporary enclosure right in the heart of campus on Tate Plaza, along with several other tables. But the goats obviously steal the show because they're baby goats, and they attract hundreds upon hundreds of students passing by at class changes. And so there were, a lot of smiles on Earth Day. So the biggest way for the community to get involved is these weekly volunteer work days. In the project's first year, over 200 volunteers came to these work days, totaling over 500 hours. And in every week it continues to grow. So that's been a very popular way for people to come in and get a very tangible kind of experience with the goats and the creek and the natural landscape. So yeah, while the project has been adopted by the College of Environment Design, there are several kind of key partnerships with other organizations and individuals on campus. And without those, this project would not be possible. I think all of those entities support this project because it makes sense, because it's taking a piece of university property that should be celebrated, but has fallen by the wayside, and it's doing so, it's restoring it and making it part of campus proper in a very ecological and economical and socially pleasing way. So I think, it hits all the points the university is looking for. I would argue that had goats not been put on the site, the university would not have been able to allocate the funds and labor and resources to clean up the site as it is now, and it would still be a jungle of invasive species, and there would be nothing going on here. So in that respect, goats are heroes.